And today I'm joined by a special guest host, Susan Lyne. She's the CEO of Gilt Groupe, the members-only online flash sale retailer. You also know her from her work at Martha Stewart, CEO there previously, and she also once ran ABC Entertainment. So a large array of businesses. You can give us a lot of sense into the consumer, I'm hoping.
Yeah, good topics
today.
for us to talk about.
A lot of it today. Well, we heard from the Fed chairman this morning, that the expectation was that he might try to reassure the markets that the Fed can do something. And he said, we can, we're not now, but we're looking at the consumer really slowing down more than we expected.
Right.
In the marketplace, we look at May as the turning point with investors pulling a lot of money out of equity mutual funds. Are you seeing that on the consumer behavior side?
Well, we're not at Gilt because we have a big value proposition for people, and I think obviously that helps us, but I think most retailers are seeing it across the board. There's no question. When you are uncertain, you spend less. And I think most people have been listening for too many months now to the promises that things are getting better, and then they see another dip. And that just changes behavior over time. I think this is going to be a long time before people are really willing to open their wallets again.
Interesting language in what the Fed chairman said this morning, because he also indicated that the corporate sector should probably do a little bit more. Obviously, that is where you're going to get the hiring potentially.
Yep,
I mean,
absolutely.
why aren't we seeing more? You're a CEO. Give us some perspective.
I think for a lot of these companies, the downturn was useful because they were able to do a lot of cutting that should have been done years ago. And their profits are better, so they are being very slow about opening up hiring again. And I think until they see the economy getting better, they're still going to be very slow about hiring.
When we talk about how consumers are behaving and projections on what industries are going to look like when they actually turn around, there's the other element, and that's the world has fundamentally changed beyond the finances of it. Even how consumers consume goods is different, and you're in that space in the online sector. It jumps out at me. What 6% of your weekday revenue comes from iPads and iPods?
iPads and iPhones, and now we have an Android app too, so I'm sure that number is going to go up. I mean, what's really interesting now is that people expect to be able to shop where and when they want. So being able to have your iPhone, pull it out, be able to shop at that moment is great. And they are doing it en masse.
Do you think, though, that the analysts out there who look at how to gauge, same-store sales and how to gauge what the normalized spending patterns look like, are they accounting for those shifts in consumption yet?
And I think this is a problem across the board. You see it for network television, where it looks like numbers are down dramatically. And in fact, if you look at the Hulu numbers and the number of people who are watching shows not when they air, the numbers are still very strong. So it's very hard to get a clear understanding whether it's about shopping or it's about viewing.
So maybe there is a new normal on yet another front here.